Hey guys, this is Yozo from Kurasu. Right now I am in Fukuoka city. I have around 5 hours to spare. I'm just transiting through the city. So what I thought I'll do is I got this car share. I'm going to be driving around to visit as many coffee shops as possible in the city. Fukuoka is one of my favorite cities for specialty coffee in Japan. And yeah, it's been a while for me as well, so I'm excited to show you what this amazing city has to offer in terms of coffee.
For this video, I'm capturing my day spent going to as many coffee shops as possible in Fukuoka. Some familiar faces, others I've known about but my first time visiting. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel to see more videos like these. The first shop is Manly Coffee. I visit this place all the time. It's probably my favorite coffee shop here in Fukuoka, so this had to be my first stop. It's run by a wonderful Sunaga-san, who's been in the industry for a really long time, pioneering a lot of the specialty coffee scene in the city. Unfortunately, she wasn't in when I arrived, but she's someone I really respect. She makes beautiful AeroPress extracted coffees, and I love the roast that she does on her Loring. It's just a tiny, cute shop, and you always end up chatting with people because of how small and friendly it is. I highly recommend visiting Manly Coffee. Next is Filter Supply, which is in the same general area. This is only my second time there, and it's run by Shibata-san. It has a bit of a coffee mameya style, lots of different coffees they roast, ranging from daily styles to serious competition level lots. They really focus on highlighting the coffee itself through pour-overs. It's a beautiful shop, very popular, and quite intimate. Shibata-san is super knowledgeable about coffee. If you want something unique, this is the place you should definitely visit.
Okay, so that was Filter Supply, and just a 3-minute walk from here, we're gonna find Coffee County.
Just a few minute walk away is Coffee County, which is probably the most famous specialty coffee spots in Fukuoka, although they're based in a city called Kurume, which is just outside of Fukuoka city. This location is their second shop within the city. The owner, Mori-san, usually stays in Kurume during the roasting, so he wasn't around when I dropped by. But I really love the vibe here. There's a lot of young talent, which is always great to see in coffee. The coffee itself is also among my favorites. Mori-san actually lived in Nicaragua for a bit back in the day, so that's the coffee I usually go for since he has a really long relationship there. He's one of the pioneers in visiting origin and buying direct, and his roasting and extraction style is inspired a lot of people in the industry. They also have a shop in Tokyo, so be sure to check that one out as well. ELtren is a place that I did not know about at all. Someone from Manly Coffee introduced me to it, saying it was a newer shop. It's run by Tanaka-san, who used to work at Kutsurogi Coffee, which is a more old-school roaster. Right now they seem to be leaning towards slightly darker roasts, focusing on milk-based drinks like lattes, flat whites, and cappuccinos. But I heard that they'd be installing a smaller roaster soon, so they'll have more variety going forward. What really stood out was Tanaka-san himself. He probably is the nicest guy I met in Fukuoka, super funny, interactive, very passionate about coffee, and I really appreciated that. I ended up getting a white coffee, which I usually don't, but it was a super memorable visit. Fake It Coffee is a place I've never visited before, but I've heard a ton of stories about it. People told me the owner is super friendly and really passionate about coffee, so I was excited to check it out. I love the space. I love the sense of community here. You can definitely feel it in the moment you walk in, regulars chatting with each other, chatting with the owner. They have a great selection of coffees, and I really enjoyed both the coffee and the conversation. The owner was, as promised, super friendly. We had a lovely chat, though I couldn't stay too long because time was running short. I love to go back just to sit down and talk more because I feel there's a lot more I can learn once we really get into the coffee discussions.
So I had an amazing time at Fake It Coffee, but unfortunately I had to run out because we are running out of time. The next stop and the last stop is going to be Rec Coffee. They have several shops within the city, but this is their roastery. First time for me to visit. It's a little bit outside of the city, so I thought it'd be a good chance for me to visit for the first time while I had my car.
The last stop that I thought I would visit was Rec Coffee. They've been around since 2008, so in Japan's specialty coffee scene, they're one of the early ones. They now have multiple shops in the city and are really well known. I'm connected with Iwasa-san, who was the Japan Barista Champion 2014-2015 and placed second in the world, so he's very well connected within the industry. That's part of why they can get such amazing coffees. They built this particular roastery in 2023, so it's pretty new. I've never been before, but after seeing some photos, I was really eager to check it out. The space is beautiful, and it was so interesting to see how everything is set up. They really have a wide range of coffees. Iwase-san wasn't there on the day I went, but I had a lovely chat with the baristas about their approach to roasting and the types of coffee they carry. They were super knowledgeable. If you are in Fukuoka, definitely check out one of their multiple shops around the city.
So I thought Red Coffee was gonna be my last stop, but I'm gonna try to fit one more in, Basking Coffee. I just looked at Google Maps, it's open until 8 o'clock. It's on the other side of town, but I'm gonna drive there and see if I can fit one last coffee in.
So I thought that would be the end of the trip, but I realized Fukuoka has a lot of coffee shops that stay open at night, which is pretty rare in Kyoto. It gives the city a different vibe, a coffee culture that's open into the evening. This was already past 6 p.m., but I headed west to Basking Coffee in Ropponmatsu. I've been connected with them for a while, but this was my first time visiting their new shop. It's also where they moved their roastery. The owner, Enohara-san, is super focused, really dedicated to sourcing amazing coffee. He concentrates a lot on Central and South America and really connected to origin. This shop felt different from the other basking coffee shops that I visited, so I asked the barista. They mentioned each shop follows a different concept, which is really cool. The coffee was great and surprisingly affordable. You could tell that they want to make high quality daily coffee that's still approachable. They also had a lot of sweets, snacks, so it's just a chill spot where locals can hang out without feeling overwhelmed, but still enjoy fantastic coffee. I really appreciated that.
So that was supposed to be my last stop, but I was recommended to another place just a few minutes walk from Basking Coffee, so I'm gonna try to check that out as well.
The last stop, just a few minute walk from Basking Coffee, was Unplugged Coffee Stand. It's been recommended to me a bunch of times. It's a newer shop, opened in 2024, but their original location is in Tokyo. This branch is inside a vintage clothing store called Parabola, so there's this integrated vibe of vintage fashion and coffee, which I know a lot of you would appreciate. They had some really unique offerings, lots of different coffees to choose from. It's a very intimate space, a small counter where you can interact one-on-one with the barista, who explains everything about the coffees and the concept. I was the only person there around 8 p.m., so we had a nice long conversation. By that point, I was honestly pretty tired and definitely buzzing on caffeine, but I was really happy I made it to Unplugged at the end of the day. So that's it. That was my Fukuoka trip. It was way more than I expected, with a lot of driving around, a lot of coffee, and a lot of great conversations. Fukuoka is definitely a city I appreciate. It's growing and the people there seem really positive about the coffee culture and how it's developing. For travelers, everyone thinks of Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, but I highly recommend adding Fukuoka if you get a chance. Hope I can visit again soon. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing day.